Since 1883, disciples have been helping disciples through the Board of Church Extension, now known as Disciples Church Extension Fund, or DCEF. Even during these challenging days of the pandemic, the many ways DCEF can help continue to grow. To many, DCEF is best known for the investment opportunities we offer individuals, churches, and church organizations.
These include demand notes, fixed and variable rate term notes, traditional and Roth individual retirement accounts, educational growth notes, and more. All pay good interest rates, and through them, our investors fund the loans that DCEF provides to congregations in need. In this way, disciples invest in their future and their faith.
To others, DCEF is best known for low-interest congregational loans we offer for any building-related purposes, including property or building purchase, repurposing, refinancing, construction, special projects like architectural design, or the purchase of audio-video equipment, and renovation with accessibility loans and green loans for improving energy efficiency.
We know thriving congregations often need to raise funds for a specific purpose. That's why DCEF advisors are specially trained to provide expert guidance on all aspects of capital fundraising campaigns, including purpose and vision, theme, timing, and goal. On average, congregations working with DCEF raise more than 95% of their fundraising goal. Let us help make your vision a reality.
But this is just the beginning of how DCEF can help. We also offer a variety of building and capital services to aid your planning efforts. From our no-cost initial consultation to building planning, architectural consultations, building evaluations, and our disaster response service.
In addition, DCEF offers proven ministry re-envisioning programs through Hope Partnership Services. These include New Beginnings, for the congregation that knows it can continue as is, but really doesn't know what to do. And Epiphany, for congregations longing to become a transformational presence in its community by living into a new vision for mission.
In addition, DCEF supports the New Church movement through New Church Ministry, which trains, equips, assists, and multiplies church leaders at events like Leadership Academy, encouraging denominational growth as reflected by the 1,049 new and affiliating faith communities that have joined the Christian church since the year 2001.
And because COVID-19 has challenged all of us to live, work, and worship in new ways, Disciples Church Extension Fund is evolving to meet your congregation's changing needs. We now offer a variety of coronavirus resources to help you take care of your congregation, building, and finances, including
expert instruction on how to prepare your building for an extended period of inactivity, and what changes are recommended before welcoming church members back into your worship space.
And loan products specially designed to minimize the impact of the coronavirus on your ministry with emergency short-term financing for operational purposes. If your ministry is currently experiencing financial hardship, call us or contact your Disciples Church Extension Fund Building and Capital Service Advisor.
Find these and all of the coronavirus resources offered by DCEF on our website.
We want to partner with your ministry, and we will continue to find new ways to do that. After all, Disciples Helping Disciples has been our mission since 1883.
Greetings, disciples of Christ in the capital area. My name is Julia Brown Karimu, and I serve as the president of the Division of Overseas Ministries of the Christian Church, Disciples of Christ. And I serve along with my UCC colleague, the Reverend Dr. Karen Georgia Thompson, as co-executive of Global Ministries. Global Ministries is a common witness in mission of the Disciples of Christ and the United Church of Christ. I also bring you greetings from your 290 overseas church partners located in 90 countries around the world. I want to thank you for your support of the Disciples Mission Fund. Your support enables the disciples to accompany our overseas church partners in ministries of critical presence. At this time, we are supporting over 50 mission co-workers who are working side by side with partners in life-giving ministries. As you know, that prior to COVID-19, many of our partners were responding to everyday challenges such as food security, climate change, migration, the lack of infrastructure to support health and educational ministries. Now, when you add COVID-19 to those challenges, you get a picture of the dire situation many of our sisters and brothers find themselves. However, you are present with them as Global Ministry shares resources to enable partners to provide sanitary kits for communities. You are supporting the capacity of church partners to continue their ministries during this pandemic. You are supporting health ministries as partner churches are responding to this pandemic. Although some countries' borders are closed, we are thankful for the technology that allows us to be in communication and connected to our partners during this time. In addition, this technology allows you to receive mission co-workers within your worship services to share their experiences with you. We invite you to visit our website at globalministries.org in order that you may learn of the many opportunities and the many ways in which you are supporting God's mission in the world. Please know that despite this period of anxiety and isolation, God is very present with us. And may God's blessings be upon this assembly, this gathered assembly, and with each of you individually. Blessings.
During these unprecedented times, our churches are doing their best to navigate the many challenges of COVID-19. As you give thoughtful and prayerful consideration to continue your ministries, there are so many things to think about in order to move forward as safely as possible. My name is Lisa Gonzalez, and I am the Director of Loss Control and Insurance Board. We have spent countless hours working diligently to stay abreast of the ever-changing information and recommendations in order to provide the most comprehensive resources to support you during COVID-19. We remain committed to that effort. It is important for churches to understand the concern surrounding this virus is very real. It is not the flu. It is something none of us have ever experienced in our lifetimes, and we should proceed with great caution. The good news is that our ministries have persevered and served as the guiding light in a sea of darkness for so many across our country. You have demonstrated sheer resilience and contributed to your communities in such meaningful ways without putting others at risk. We applaud your ingenuity and your ability to push yourselves beyond the boundaries of your comfort zones. You have explored new ways to minister, to worship, and to enjoy fellowship. We have faith you will continue to be even more creative and demonstrate your tenacity and grit to serve God, and we celebrate you for doing so. We are your partners, and we will continue to support you throughout these challenging times. We encourage all of our churches to take great care and to follow CDC, state, and local recommendations, and to always consider your most vulnerable populations when making decisions. We offer a wide range of COVID-19 resources through our website at www.insuranceboard.org. We have created a COVID-19 toolkit containing multiple church-specific resources. Additionally, we have compiled links and videos related to the various aspects of COVID-19 that are relevant for churches. Please look for the release of our new COVID-19 resources, a video featuring leaders and experts from the Disciples of Christ, United Church of Christ, and Presbyterian Church USA, providing guidance on policy and liability concerns for leadership and clergy. There is also a companion video specifically created for staff, volunteers, and members of your congregation on helping prevent the spread of COVID-19. As we celebrate our 35th anniversary this year, we are honored to be able to offer these options for consideration as you deliberate the next steps for your house of worship. Insurance Board protects your ministries by offering resources to support it.
Greetings, church. What a difficult time it has been for many of us, as we can't physically be together for worship, meals, communion, and regional gatherings. I am grateful that despite the difficult situation, we continue to be the church and continue to be in relationship and care for one another. Week of Compassion is your compassion at work around the world, around the year. As the Relief, Refugee, and Development Mission Fund of our church, Week of Compassion has been even more active during this pandemic as we continue to work with partners to alleviate suffering caused by COVID-19. Together, we share the presence of our wider church with people in need in many places at once. In the midst of a global pandemic, Disciples congregations, including many of you, as well as our global partners, have been working to respond to the crisis. From feeding ministries through local churches to long-term food sustainability programs around the world for vulnerable families and refugees, your gifts have been supporting urgent, critical needs while also preparing for the next crisis.
Because disasters continue to happen, affecting families and communities even during a pandemic. In August, a severe windstorm called a derecho in the Midwest damaged church buildings of multiple Disciples congregations and affected the members and neighbors of many more. Fires continue to burn across California, and an explosion in Beirut devastated the lives of many. As we are recording this message, damage assessments are underway in Texas and Louisiana in the wake of Hurricane Laura. In addition to these recent events, recovery efforts are ongoing from hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and fires that occurred over the past several years. All of these responses and recoveries have been complicated by the pandemic. Because of your faithfulness and generosity, Week of Compassion and the Christian Church Disciples of Christ has been prepared for such a time as this. Through our COVID-19 relief grants, we have been able to provide direct assistance to 83 households in your region. With support to congregations like Springfield Christian Church, we are helping disciples continue meeting needs, feeding neighbors, through this time of hardship. We thank you for your participation, your partnership in this ministry.
The needs continue to be great as we work together to help our sisters and brothers impacted by disasters and by this pandemic. And because you, disciples, continue to be generous, we continue to better meet the urgent needs of this time while planning ahead for the future. Together, our global presence meets needs and embodies transformative hope. When we hear these voices speaking gratitude, we know that they represent so many more whose lives have been impacted by your compassion. Thank you, and keep up the good work, Church.
Big thank you to Week of Compassion from the board members of Caminamos Juntos. Your gift means so much and has enabled us to continue to offer hope and stability to all our participants. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks to the support of Week of Compassion, we can provide more families with food and respect for their rights during this pandemic.
Thanks to the support from Week of Compassion, I am able to keep my job during the pandemic.
Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you so much.
Founded in 1887, the National Benevolent Association has been a faithful part of the Christian Church Disciples of Christ for more than 135 years. As your Health and Social Services General Ministry, we collaborate with leaders, health and social service organizations, and disciples congregations to help them strengthen and transform communities through compassion, healing, and justice.
When the COVID-19 pandemic began, NBA's Board of Trustees and leadership began working on solutions to best serve congregations, health and social service ministries, and other church partners who would surely see need related to this pandemic. This work resulted in the NBA COVID-19 response grants. To date, the NBA has been able to grant over $450,000 to 70 recipients, and applications are still open. To apply for a COVID-19 response grant, visit our website, nbacares.org.
As the NBA, our commitment is to bring to light how we are complicit in maintaining unhealthy systems of discrimination and oppression. We actively support our denominational efforts to be an anti-racist and pro-reconciling church. We nurture engagement strategies with our health and social service partners to transform the root causes of social injustice. We share resources on how congregations, individual disciples, and church leadership can support social justice movements happening inside and outside the life of the church. To access our equity resources, visit our website, nbacares.org.
NBA Social Entrepreneurship Program seeks to encourage and support new and innovative faith-rooted social enterprises as they seek to change the narrative, embodying compassion, care, and justice in the world in tangible ways. One of the ways we support social entrepreneurs across the life of our church is through our seminar, equipping them with the skills to start a social enterprise and through our Incubate partnership, which are an extended time to be able to support and strengthen new social enterprises as they scale forward to increase their impact in the world.
MBA takes seriously our calling to create communities of compassion and care, especially around mental health and wellness issues. And we do these through regular webinars in English and Spanish. At the onset of the pandemic, we responded through virtual soul care sessions in which we provided opportunities to pause and to process amid the global pandemic. These recorded sessions can be found on MBA's YouTube channel for you to use as you need them.
In 2014, the National Benevolent Association established the Explore program, a 10-month service residency year for young adults ages 21 to 30. In the last 6 years, our residents have contributed hundreds of thousands of volunteer hours to local communities through disciple congregations. Check out the voting rights resource that one recent resident produced. This year, Explore has gone on hiatus while we consider what is our next most faithful step.
Keep in touch with MBA. Follow @MBA Disciples on Twitter and Instagram, and like the National Benevolent Association on Facebook. You can also subscribe to the MBA YouTube channel, where we upload webinars, soul care sessions, vlogs, and other exciting resources. Be the first to know the latest news from MBA by subscribing to our monthly e-newsletter. You'll find a sign-up form on our website at mbacares.org/enews.
We at MBA, we are so grateful that we had this opportunity to join with you in this virtual gathering of disciples. We are thankful to be church with you as we stand up for social justice, provide relief to communities affected by multiple pandemics, and to support health and social service ministries, including congregations, in their work to bring about wholeness, healing, and justice for the world.